Hi Matt, Phil Beaver here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson this evening. So if you run through a couple of bits here, for me, as you take the club away, if we focus a little bit on your right hip for me, I think we can see a few issues there. And one is, as you take the club away, for me, you stay in just too much flexion. I think that right knee is too flexed at the top. And what that's doing, Matt, is getting your shoulders to rotate too flat. Everything's turning around your body like a tennis action on the way back, and there's no real separation. You know, the right hip for me should be, right leg should be straightening a little bit to the top, and that'll get your shoulder tilt a little bit more steep. Everything's a bit flat. If we look at Robert Rock here at the same position, you'll see that his right hip will just straighten that little bit more than yours to the top there, and we can see there he looks very different to you, doesn't he, at the top. One, he's got a bit more width in the top of his swing. From this angle you can't tell the shoulder tilt is much steeper because of that better hip turn. You know, he's more in a line like so, where yours is a bit flexed, isn't it, as we look at it. And what that does, Matt, where you're so flat, that means you drop the club slightly under plane as you start down and drive with the legs. And you're going to see here you lose a lot of your lag. So when your hands or your arms reach halfway down, which is parallel to the ground with the shaft, we can see that your hands are nowhere near your right thigh, and that's because you're releasing the club a little bit too early. If we look at Roberts here as he starts down, because his hip was better and his shoulder tilt was better, when his hands reach his half, or reach his left arm reaches parallel to the floor, we can see there his hands are right on line with his thigh. So his hands are in line with his right thigh, and he's almost got 90 degrees of lean, shaft lean, where with you, Matt, we can see your body's out racing your top half. So if we get you in the same place as Robert, where your hands are on your right thigh, we can see you've nearly hit the ball already. You've lost all of your lag, and this is the reason why you're not maybe as powerful as I think you should be. But a lot of it stems from that start. I feel if we can get that right hip just going up a little bit, let right leg straighten in, the shoulders will get steeper, the arms will get higher, then we can then turn aggressive but get the club back down in front of the body rather than underneath and stuck. And then from here you've really got to flick and save. Your hips on the way through look fantastic. You've got a bit of left foot rotation there, which we'd tidy up. Otherwise, it's quite a good swing. I just feel we could tidy it up a little bit. So work on them for me. With the irons and the woods, when you're swinging at the moment, just swing left and down, especially with the irons. Really try and feel like you take a big divot and swing left and across. Don't leave it too long till you come and get me again, but that will get us a bit more compression, a bit more onto it. That'll get you a bit more stacked, as Robert is here on the right. And you'll see he comes in to compress the ball as you're tending to pick the ball off a little bit, Matt. So work on that right hip to the top. That'll get the arms higher and steeper on the way down. Let's start trying to feel like we swing left and across it. Big divots, and whatever you're aiming at, feel like you're going to start it just left and cut it back for me. Work hard on that and then come and get me. Thanks, Matt.